continue walking all the way down to Gunwarf, because it is a pretty long walk, but the views are amazing, especially on a really sunny day. We may even catch the hovercraft. So over in the distance, it's Isle of Wight, and you can even use the ferry, or you can use the hovercraft if you want to travel in style to get from one side to the other. I'm not too sure how long it takes, but I can imagine it would take about half an hour, 40 minutes. Normally you could walk all the way down from this promenade all the way around and into Old Portsmouth, but because we're doing the sea defences at the moment, which we'll see in a second, that walkway is kind of closed off, so we have to walk around, which we'll do. But lovely day, sea's calm, can't complain. There's the sea defence stretching all the way into the distance. That must take a lot of work. If you love seafood, one of the best places to come in Southsea is the Briny. It's fairly new, I'd say a couple of years old. The food is fantastic, and you do get some amazing views as well. I'm not too sure if you can still eat outside, obviously, because they're doing the sea defence, but yeah, if you like fish food, one of the best places to go in Southsea, in my opinion. And just next to the Briny is the rock gardens, which are very nice. Different plants. It's quite a nice place to come and just relax, maybe have a lunch, have some food, have your coffee, which you've just bought from the Briny. Yeah, let's go and check it out. Which way to go? Let's go this way. In the sun, this looks amazing. It's all very colourful, especially in the summer. All the plants are blooming. Because we're in December, it still looks very nice, but very green. If you go this way, you can see some fish. You see some fish. You see some just there. Any big ones? There's a big dude just chilling. Yeah, nice little stream. There has been times where a stork has been up in this tree up here, just watching the fish, which is pretty cool. Never seen a stork before. They're very large birds. But yeah, he's usually just chilling up on this tree. It's kind of our little fountain. If you've seen the one in Bournemouth, it's very extravagant, very big. One here is a little bit trickling, but it does the job. On the left is the pyramids. So the pyramids are really cool. Not only do they have a gym and like an explorer place for the kids and the family, which is almost like if you've been to like a jungle gym or a wacky warehouse kind of thing, it's sort of like that, so pretty cool. I'd have loved it if I was a kid. They also do shows, so live shows in there as well, or they used to before they made the gym. It's a very big gym, which is pretty cool, and they do, yeah. Some people weren't particularly happy because they took away the swimming pool in order to make the kind of like jungle gym for the kids. I don't know, the swimming pool was okay, but so here the common stretches, well, not only this side, also goes this side as well, and also further down, and they hold so many different events, you know, Victoria's, car boot sales, and they have a really cool skate park as well. If you like skating, it's a fantastic thing to do. But let's head over to the fort that Henry VIII played a hand in. On your left, we'll go and check it out, including the D-Day Museum, also the big ship. and the hovercraft. Yeah, so we're heading to Southsea Fort. It's an artillery fort, which Henry VIII had played a hand in, and we're going over there now and also going to check out the fountains as well. So when Victorious is on, this is generally a place where the main stadium is, so the main acts, and you can come and just chill out on this hill over here, you know, have a beer, have a Diet Coke, have some food, and just listen to the show. It's pretty awesome. They also do car boot sales as well. And again, you used to be able to walk around it, but not at the moment because they're still doing some construction on the sea defence. But that's another day. Some mini fountains, look. Really nice way to cool off in the summer. I'm not too sure if you can walk in it, but it seems to be open to the public. So let's go and check it out. It's quite an entrance. There is a nice cafe over here on your right, and people do have their wedding venues as well, just over here. It's very quiet. So these are also shops when they're open, I believe, in the right season. And you can, I believe, walk around as well, but I think you need to pay extra for that. And you can walk around the fort, which is quite nice, great views. But yeah, you ever get tempted just to ring a bell? It's ideal for my little pagoding, little water stop. It's also public toilets, which is good. And the courtyard, like I said, do fantastic food, so would recommend it. Sun's coming out, so now we're going to make our way over to the D-Day Museum, check out the ship, and continue our tour that way. Which way should we go? We go this way? Or we go straight? I can go straight. Just beautiful today. As you can see, the sea defence is being made and really good progress. They've got the bandstand, they play music and they do some dancing and stuff around the summer, which is cool. I hope that still sticks around because it's quite a nice place in summer for people to go around, have a little picnic and listen to some music. But yeah, we're making our way to the D-Day Museum. I don't know if you can see, it's like almost like a ship kind of format shield, essentially. I guess that's for to stop like any kind of water erosion. You'll see what I mean in a second. And right in the very distance, you can probably see the Spinnaker Tower. If you're brave, you can have a nice meal on the top. I'm sure we'll check that out later. The Spinnaker Tower, not necessarily the restaurant. So the D-Day Museum is just over here. We have the memorial, and then the big ship. It is a pretty big ship. It's almost a reconstruction of a similar ship. Sheer size of that. It's a landing craft. Oh wow, it's a reconstruction. It's pretty awesome how they've done a reconstruction of that very boat. Come and see it. I think there's a small charge just to go around it, but you can look around the boat and learn more about the history as well. So if that's your kind of thing, definitely come and check that out. You'll see this common theme, deep blue. It's also got one here and also in Southsea, which we've had a look at on the Southsea Pier. Very good fish and chips. This place is heaving in the summer. And when you're finished with fish and chips, you can have a little look around the aquarium as well, Blue Reef. And then there's a cafe next door as well, so you're in good hands. Blue Reef, open from 10 a.m. Again, normally you can loop around it and just check out the back, but they're still doing the construction on the sea defence, so you can't do that at the minute. But one thing I do want to say is the common is one thing I really love about Southsea. Not only is it a massively open field for, you know, my little dog or dog owners to let their dogs run wild and have a bit of fun, but they also do loads of major events. So like I mentioned earlier, they do Victorious, which is like a music event. They do car boot sales, they do retro cars and vans and motorbikes and motorhomes. They do a lot, really. Yeah, it's very exciting. But now we're going to go towards Clarence Pier, which is just over here. Before we get to Clarence Pier though, you can probably see the memorial right in front of you. It's pretty impressive. Nice respected area. And we'll check that out as well. It's a very cool looking monument. Nice place to show respect. Such a lovely and peaceful day today. Like the waves are just like almost just a ripple, just the sound of boats as well. It's just really relaxing. You can kind of see Isle of Wight in the distance, but now we'll just head towards Clarence Pier. In the distance there's the Queen's Hotel. It's got some great reviews. It might be a video that I do and I decide to check it out. So beach club, not had food from there, but I can imagine it'd be quite nice. Very beach themey, wooden slats, wooden panels even. So as you could probably guess, it's not sand, it's more stones. So it's very painful if you're walking barefoot in the summer. There is some areas that have sand. I mean, this is a very small section. But yeah, it's not like the sandy beaches you get in like places like Bournemouth or Weymouth. But never mind. Lovely day. And here's where the hovercraft launches from. You can watch it from here and just launches into the sea all the way to Isle of Wight. It's normally cordoned off. I'm not 100% sure why it's not, unless it stopped running, which I don't think it has, but I have seen it. But yeah, the hovercraft is pretty cool. Something I will have to do, maybe make a video and take my little dog on there. It's a pretty big anchor. They do these little windows as well, so you can always have a little view of the hovercraft. Oh, 10 minutes. There's me thinking the Autocar takes about 40 minutes. It actually takes 10 minutes to get from here to Isle of Wight. It's pretty impressive. Here's some of the history. 1965 it launched. Wow. Still going strong. Here's where you book your tickets, if you haven't already done it online, or maybe enter this way as well. So a bit of both. Just like any pier, you can have a few select shops. And of course you got an arcade. Well, actually you got 2 arcades, including, I believe it's one of the biggest amusement parks on a pier in the south, which we'll check out as well. Got the old school Wimpy. Used to love that. When I was a kid, I used to love Wimpy. Clarence Pier. Got the arcades. Coffee Cup if you want a drink. No bad shout. In fact, it's one of my favourite coffee shops, Coffee Cup. And there's another one back there as well. Golden Horseshoe, which again is another arcade, as is Clarence Pier arcade, funny enough. And you can't get yourself lost because there is a map telling you where everything is and all the attractions that Southsea and Portsmouth have to offer. So obviously obviously it's not there anymore, but in the summer, yeah, this amusement park is pretty big and it looks amazingly fun as well. But obviously it's not the season, so it's not running, but when it is, it does look amazing. What is running, however, I believe, is Treasure Island, which is, if you're like me, you love a game of crazy golf. It takes you way too many times to try and get the ball in the hole, and you end up holding people up. Well, Treasure Island is, I think, one of the best crazy golfs in Southsea. I believe there's only 2. But yeah, it's definitely check it out if you come down with your family. More arcades, I believe. Oh, are these having a bit of a refurb, are they? Interesting. Yeah, so this was not boarded up before, so obviously they're redoing it. I don't know what's to come. Renovating. Interesting. And would you believe it, another arcade. What is a big seaside without an arcade, eh? This is the new promenade that they built for a sea defence. So we've got the wall up here, but the view is lovely as well. You can imagine on a rough day these waves actually come over the wall, or at least get the floor very wet. There's a Premier Inn as well just behind there. Might check that out and do a review. You can see the ferry coming in. But we're going to make our way down to one of my favourite kind of viewing spots in Southsea, and I think it's called the Lookout Tower, and you'll see why. But it's a fantastic place just to kind of get a 360 view of Southsea and Old Portsmouth, and just looking at the ships and also the incredible houses and homes people tend to own down here as well, which cost a fair bit, but they look amazing. Come over to a bridge. That's been done as well because it used to be a darker shade of brown, but now it's a newer bridge, or at least had a lick of paint. And right over there, if you can see it, is a tunnel, and you can go through to the other side, and it's kind of like a mini shortcut, so you don't have to go all the way around. You can just take that little entrance, gets you through a very narrow tunnel, and happy days, you come out the other side. Personally, I think this area would be pretty cool if it had some plants or some trees, make it a bit more colourful as opposed to rocks, but that's just my opinion. Alright, let's get down to the viewing point. Magical editing. 3, 2, 1. Cool, so we're now coming into Old Portsmouth. Personally, this is the side of Southsea I really like, or Portsmouth rather, just because of A, how it looks. I like the kind of knobbly streets. B, because of the houses, and also because they have a pub down here called the Still and West, which is a fantastic place, not only to have a drink after the end of the walk, but the food is great as well. The roast dinners are something else. But again, fantastic views, plenty of seating areas as well, and you can kind of watch the main ships coming out from the harbour this side, and of course you can get a fantastic view if you're sitting there as well. Nice stony beach. Again, got some sand as well, but it's mostly stones. Gets very deep here, so if people do decide to swim, they stay quite close. And also I think there's some dodgy currents as well, so I've not done it. Personally, I'm not a strong swimmer, so don't really fancy it. But we're heading to the viewing tower, which is just in this distance here. In fact, you probably see the handrails. Let's go and check it out. We'll check out these little stores as well, the little stores that can buy really cool gifts. There we go. And we're just going to go now in that tunnel up there and into the viewing tower. At least I call it the viewing tower anyway. Makes sense that it is. If you know what it is in the comments, just pop it below. Really steep steps. As I said, 360 view. It's lovely. There's the harbour, Gunwarf, really nice looking houses as well. Again, it's one of these places where if you had a cup of coffee or maybe some lunch, you can sit down on one of these benches and enjoy the view and just kind of relax. It's quite peaceful up here as well. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and grab something to eat, and I'm going to continue the walk just to the end so you can see the Spinnaker Tower, and then we'll call things there. If you've enjoyed the video so far, guys, do give it a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button. Always helps me out. And this is the place to come and grab yourself a coffee or a nice lunch or some snacks. Is the Canteen. Great place and almost the ending point to our walk. You can do takeout or you can sit in. But I'm going to grab these little balls because they're very nice and go from there. Yeah, some of those protein balls are quite nice. You alright?
Did you get my, I'll show you a contact. Yeah.
Yeah, all goes to the same number.
Can I just have the, just two of these energy balls? Thank you. Really good, really good. It's a bit of coconut, cacao, I believe, and dates. Very nice. And for £1 for one, these energy balls are very nice. A nice little tasty treat when you get to the end of the walk. I always love to have one of these. Fill you up nicely. So these are really expensive looking houses. Won't pry in them too much, but yep, this road has some very nice looking buildings. Wouldn't say on par on Sandbanks. Sandbanks has pretty special looking buildings, but yeah, these are nice. So So we're going to continue this way, and we're going to get to Stilham West, which is the kind of ending point of the walk. And I say ending point because you can't go any further without looping back and then going round to get into Gunwarf. Nice little viewing point here as well. Really cool looking buildings. And like I said, I love the cobble streets as well. Reminds me of York, and yeah, I love York. Yeah. So Stilham West is the Fuller's brand, Fuller's pub. Very, very good. And the view is amazing. On a day like this, having like a tea, having a coffee, having a cold beer, whatever it is you fancy. Lovely view. There's the roast. Absolutely amazing. On point. 2 adjacent pubs. We've got the Spice Island Inn, but then here's the Stilham West. It's currently having some work done, but you can sit inside, get some lovely reviews, have a meal with a harbour view, or you can sit down, have a meal, check out the Spinnaker Tower, Gunwarf in the distance, boats. It's just nice and relaxing. It's a lovely way to spend the afternoon, morning, especially on a day like this. And here's the ending point, everyone. There's the Spinnaker Tower again, in the distance, a nice clearer view. Gunwarf's just there, which is a fantastic discount store with like big brands, designer stuff, but at a discount price, and loads of pubs, restaurants, places you can eat. It's just a nice place to go and spend the day. So Spinnaker Tower. So before we finish, I just want to show you these really cool little shops, essentially, kind of burrowed in to the wall, which we'll go and check out. Loads of different art stores. They got some knitting stuff, some paintings as well. Yeah, and a nice little cafe as well. Oh. Second energy ball down. Very full. Definitely very nice, but I think one is enough. So I'll remember that next time. But anyway, here's the little shops that I was talking about. They're quite cute, quite cool. My other half loves them. And yeah. Proper London telephone box. It's Hot Wall Studios, that's the name. The little tiny studios dotted around all the way here to the end. Again, nice arts and crafts kind of stuff. I believe they're independent shops as well, so people who work here make them themselves, which is awesome. So you've got some candle stuff and some shells. Another studio. Paintings. Public toilets, always a good thing. There's like a jewellery store. Some really interesting looking artwork. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I'm terrible at art, so anything to me is almost a masterpiece. What else have we got down here? That's a lovely view. There's the Isle of Wight ferry coming in. Again, another reason why swimming out isn't always the best idea. It's a shipping lane. Oh, there is the hovercraft. It is working. It's pretty cool. And a good way to end the video.